Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I am Shamalin M. Sendad, and for today's video, we will gonna discuss about justice and fairness, promoting the common good.
So what is justice? Justice means giving each person what he or she deserves, or in more traditional terms, giving each person his or her due. So, ang justice is nangangahulugan ng katarungan o pagbibigay ng karapat-dapat na hatol sa isang pangyayari. Justice and fairness are very close related terms, but you need to have a deep understandings to understand these two terms. So justice is usually means or usually has been used with reference to a standard of rightness. So ang justice is ginagamitan natin siya ng mga batas. The most fundamental principle of justice that has been widely accepted since it was defined by Aristotle 2000 years ago, Aristotle stated that equals should be treated equally and unequals unequally. Ang meaning lang nito is individuals should be treated the same unless they differ in ways that are relevant to the situation in which they are involved. So, for example, is si Jack and Jill, which is nagtatrabaho sila sa isang company and do the same work. And there are no relevant differences between them or the work they are doing. So, walang pinagkaiba yung mga trabaho nila. Then, in justice, they should be paid the same wages. But Jack is paid more than Jill because si Jack is maybe he is white and Jill is maybe he is black. Then, doon na papasok yung injustice because of form of discrimination, because of race and sex are not relevant to normal work situations. Nevertheless, justice is an expression of our mutual recognition of each other's basic dignity and an acknowledgement that if we are to live together in an interdependent community, we must treat each other as equals. So there are three different kinds of justice. Number 1 is retributive or corrective justice. Number 2, compensatory justice. Number 3, distributive justice. Number 1 is retributive or corrective justice, which refers to the extent to which punishments are fair and just. In general, is yung punishment na ibibigay dito is nakadepende sa kung gaano ka-serious yung crime na kanilang ginawa. For example is nahuli kang nagnanakaw and hindi naman pwede na death penalty na yung ibibigay na parusa sa iyo. Dito na pumapasok yung retributive or corrective justice, which is i-correct niya yung parusang binigay sa iyo. Number 2 is compensatory justice, refers to the extent to which people are fairly compensated for their injuries by those who have injured them. Number 3 is distributive justice, refers to the extent to which society's institutions ensure that benefits and burdens are distributed among society's members in ways that are fair and just. What is fairness? So fairness is concerned with actions, processes, and consequences that are morally right, honorable, and equitable. So in essence, the virtue of fairness establishes moral standards for decisions that affect others. Fair decisions are made in an appropriate manner based on appropriate criteria. So, napapaloob sa fairness yung pagiging just treatment or yung pagiging patas ng treatment or behavior natin without favoritism or discrimination. Fairness has also been used to refer to the ability to make judgments that are not overly general but that are concrete and specific to a particular case. Fairness can be interpreted as being equal in provision, in opportunity, or in result. Makikita sa fairness yung equality in the sense that everyone gets the same thing. So they have principles of fairness. So fairness requires that we treat all people equitably based on their merits and abilities and handle all essentially similar situation similarly and with consistency. So, dapat nating i-treat ang lahat ng tao ng patas. So, make all decisions on appropriate criteria without undue favoritism or improper prejudice. So, dapat pag gumawa tayo ng decisions is dapat is fair or yung walang favoritism or yung walang improper prejudice. Never blame or punish people for what they did not do and appropriately sanction those who violate moral obligations or laws. So, wag nating sisihin or parusahan yung mga tao sa mga bagay na hindi naman nila ginawa, at yung dapat nating parusahan is yung mga taong may nilabag na batas. So, promptly and voluntarily correct personal and institutional mistakes and improprieties. Not take unfair advantage of people's mistakes or ignorance. Fully consider the rights, interests, and perspectives of all. Approach judgments with open-minded impartiality. What is common good? So, the common good refers to either what is shared and beneficial for all or most members of a given community, or alternatively, what is achieved by citizenship, collective action, and active participation in the realm of politics and public service. So, ang sinasabing common good dito is ito yung mga bagay na pwedeng makatulong sa lahat or sa lahat ng members ng isang given community. So, from the era of the ancient Greek city-states through contemporary political philosophy, ang idea ng common good has pointed toward the possibility that certain goods, such as security and justice, that can be achieved only through citizenship, collective action, and active participation in the public realm of politics and public service. So, the notion of the common good has been a consistent theme in Western political philosophy, most notably in the work of Aristotle, Niccolò Machiavelli, and Jean-Jacques Rousseau. The notion of the common good was next taken up in the late 15th and early 16th centuries in the work of Machiavelli, most famously in The Prince. So, for Machiavelli, ang common good is contented that securing the common good would depend upon the existence of virtuous citizens. Aristotle stated that good proper to and attainable only by the community, yet individually shared by its members. However, si Adam Smith proposed that common good for him is individual ambition serves the common good. On the other hand, John Rawls said that certain general conditions that are equally to everyone's advantage. Is justice and fairness the same? So, kung titingnan natin, ang justice and fairness is parang the same lang. We often assume that there is no difference between these two ideas, but justice and fairness are equally important. Justice and fairness are closely related terms that are often today used interchangeably. There have, however, also been more distinct understanding of the two terms. So, justice is usually has been used with reference to a standard of rightness. So, ginagamitan ito ng reference to a standard of rightness. Sa fairness, often has been used with regard to an ability to judge without reference to one's feelings or interests. Also, fairness has been used to refer to the ability to make judgments that are not overly general but that are concrete and specific to a particular case. That's all. Thank you.